Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a bunch of theater nerds and good friends play a little D&D. We're so happy that you joined us. Take a moment to subscribe to the show. It takes just a click and gains our unending thanks. Drop us a like and leave a comment for Campaign 2. Our videos are uploaded here on YouTube every Friday, and we've got tons of great content to explore. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start the show. Welcome back, Starstriders! So last time, you celebrated your victory in the Gnomish Grand Prix at a feast where Bonnie watched over children who promptly fell asleep on her. Andalus and Kieran befriended an awkward artificer named Limit, and Lucky had a conversation with a god, slowly figuring out what that identity actually means. After enjoying a night with the gnomes, you all returned to base camp with 2 additions in tow as just Jathias Stone and Limit traveled with you. Back at camp, you were asked to hand over your maps for the Foresight, checked in or left a strongly worded letter with Weller, and Lucky had an encounter with a mysterious risk breaker from his past. I don't think we gave the name, but his name is Sage, who warned you not to trust Vinny on the Foresight. As Bonnie, Ravik, and Kieran began to settle in for the evening, a sudden rift appeared in the middle of your quarters and out stepped Indira the Opal in traveling gear, who said she was bringing a warning from the stars. So with that in mind, Kieran, Ravik, Bonnie, as she kind of ruffles her outfit and smooths everything down, she looks up. Oh, I expected all of you to be together. I should probably say that again when everyone else is back in the room.
Well, we're not really sure when the others are coming back.
Well, it may be best to share with everyone is... Lucky Andalus, are they on their way back?
I don't know. Maybe.
One moment, please. And her eyes go kind of like opaline. And Lucky, you hear in your head, "Hi, hello, this is Indira. Are you returning to your quarters?" Oh, can't hear Lucky.
Yeah, Jace muted.
Oh no.
Like ever, or right now, or do you want a timeline on that, or?
Indira's eyes go normal. I think I should provide a warning at the beginning of the spell that it is only a one-way and return communication, and I have to cast again, and the spell comes back through. No, I am here to share some information with your group before I leave the continent. So if you are with your friend Andalus and you could return, that would be great. Or if you trust Ravik, Kieran, and then the message cuts off because she ran out of words.
Okay, I head back to the group.
All right, and I think Andalus was with you. I think
I was not.
No,
I was
that's right.
looking for
Yeah.
Weller.
You were looking, because you didn't find Weller.
I'm with my new best friend, the little nerd. And
Oh yeah, Limit. You're setting. So you've taken Limit to leave.
If I happen to walk by Andulusite, I may do something different, but I do not go out of my way to look for him.
No, so Andulusite went in the tent after you left it, and since you were kind of out of sight, you wouldn't necessarily see Andalus go inside.
Okay.
So Limit's kind of with you in the tent. It's like, so is this like where I'm going to be doing my work, or am I going to have different quarters? Do people know that I'm doing work here? Have you informed them that they are going to have another person employed in their business?
No, not yet. But we'll just sort that all out. You know, you probably don't want to be here necessarily. This is like where that guy who I wrote this long review for on the table is at. If you want to add anything to that, by the way, you could put any other details about his shoddy craftsmanship. He
kind of glances over what you've written. I think that you've said it in a way that is nicer than what I would say, and probably appropriate, since if I have to work with him, I don't want him to hate me immediately.
Oh, yeah. The secret is at the very bottom here. You put thanks.
just saying thank you eliminates all if something is rude, but then you just say thank you.
Not all, but you'd be surprised how much that does excuse.
He looks like you just revolutionized his approach to human beings. He says, okay, well, thank you for showing me. And then while he's saying this, Andalus, you get a message in your head from Indira. Andalus, if you could return to the quarters, I have some information to share with your group before I make my journey out of the continent.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh, this is Indira. While you're about to respond, you hear from the this is Indira.
Okay, Limit, let's go.
Okay. He like had started to put a bag down, and then he grabs it and like throws it back on to follow you out.
Well, I mean, no, you should come with me. Yeah, you shouldn't stay here.
Okay.
I don't know where you should stay. Come on.
Okay. So you all make your way back, and Kieran, Ravik, Bonnie, while you are waiting for Lucky and Endless's return, Indira is kind of looking around at the somewhat empty kind of ready room area, like the common shared space of your quarters, and she is conjuring random pieces of furniture to start filling some of the space, and then she like lays out tea. Any tea for you three as we wait?
Oh, yes,
I'd be
please.
glad
Thank you very much.
Oh, good. She waves a hand and it pours 3 cups. And then she kind of lifts her hands and these 3 saucers with cups fly over to you. And it's this warm kind of like lavender mint tea smell wafting off of it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Very dignified, Bonnie.
You saw like someone do it once.
All right. And then Lucky and Andalus, it's not a big camp, so you make your way in. And
we arrive at the same time. And
yeah, we definitely do.
And these are tents, right? So it's just kind of like a.
So you guys have, like, it's a very fancy tent, but it is like.
Sure, but it's not like a door proper. It's like a little like whole thing. Okay, then I will pull it to the side and turn to Andalus. You?
Thank you. Right. Should I leave Limit here, or should we bring them in the tent with us, you think?
I just look at Limit.
Limit is just like...
Limit, would you mind giving us some time to discuss things as a group?
Sure. Is there someone I should talk to? I feel like I wasn't properly introduced.
I'll direct him to where Remy is at.
Okay, yeah. So you send him to the captain's tent. Absolutely.
So you can set up.
So he kind of trudges off across, like very buoyantly, but makes his way across the thing to go find Remy. Yep.
Okay. Thank you for your help, and I'll go in.
Good. Tea. And Indira summons 2 more cups of tea, and they're poured out, and they float over to you. And then she pulls up a chair and sits down. Oh, I was afraid that I wasn't going to catch you here. I know that you all travel around, but this was the only location that I knew to teleport to. How have your journeys been going since we last spoke?
Well, we met up with the gnomes in their traveling city, and we had a really interesting time.
Yeah, we want to race.
Okay. Yeah, anything of importance to the information that we were talking about with the rifts or the planes or anything?
Yeah, we tell her about hell, right? Like we absolutely have to tell her about
I think we
the hell
trust
stuff.
I think we trust Indira to talk to stuff about So, yeah.
When you say that, like, she kind of looks at you, and you made sure that this individual that you brought back was not a fiend?
Now, Josh, when you were role-playing me, so this would be
your
fault if it didn't happen. Okay.
Yeah, I did detect good and evil.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm glad someone did, because I don't know if I would have.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have remembered that. But yes, I
Okay. She said, oh, good.
God guided my hands.
It's true.
Yeah. So when you tell her, she says, so it is not just the Fae that are using that trick to open portals then. So when you were able to free my observatory from, well, when you put me back together, I was able to return to my observatory, and it has a unique power. It views the movements of the stars, but then the glass of the observatory can be used to capture what the stars can see. And I can keep an eye on things that way. If you ever want to come see it, you can just, I can show you things, I suppose, of the things that have, anyway. So I was looking into planar activity within Highwall, and there were a few specific things that caught my attention based off of our conversation that I think that you may be interested in seeing.
Yeah, definitely.
And those would be...
she kind of lifts a hand, and a chest appears in space and then opens, and 3 panes of glass fly out and kind of arrange themselves like a conference room, like presentation thing against the wall. And she kind of waves a hand, and the chest disappears, and she takes a wand from her sleeve and taps the first glass. And what you see is kind of like this aerial, like observational view of a scene of a place that you are not familiar with. You've never been here before. I've got something in my throat. Hold on a second. So you're looking at the first scene is you're seeing a widespread tent city, massive, probably made out of bison skin or something, tents, beautiful banners whipping in the wind, just hundreds and hundreds of tents spread out here in the plain. And throughout the entire space, you see like, it's really unclear because of the angle of this view, whether there are dead centaurs or sleeping centaurs all over this field. And covering many of them are banks of snow and ice.
Yes.
And you see a central figure kind of walking through this like thoroughfare in the middle of the tents. Tall, slightly elven looking, pale skin, dark leathers. You see from the view that you're kind of seeing perhaps the Prince of Frost walking through the center of the village. But a woman walks up to him. She is dark skinned. She has her braids in her hair. She's wearing traveling fabrics. Yes, Lucky.
Is that the woman who killed the priest at the beginning of this?
That you guys wouldn't have seen?
No, I saw her. Remember, I did a big roll and I rolled a 20, and you said, yes, you see what this woman looks like. And you said she had dark skin and braids and all that.
No, so this woman does look familiar to you. It is Vera. The woman who supposedly died and then we met. And then you guys met her and she had a conversation. Yeah. And they seem to have a conversation with one another, and the Prince of Frost like produces an item, or 2 items rather, from his, like he kind of lifts out his hands, and these 2 items are there, and she grabs both of them. She puts them in a pocket and she nods at him, and then she teleports away. And then the screen kind of goes dark. She's like, oh, there are other things, of course, to see, but this particular moment was the most impactful. He had opened a plane. There were several openings to the Feywild near the camp, and apparently a night ambush or something had happened. And so when I was keying into the planar activity, this was what was drawing the attention. And when I watched through, this interaction seemed quite interesting. Based on what we discussed, I think you may know what item he was searching for at the tent, or at the city, but why would he have given it to her?
Well, we're under some idea that, you know, if they're trying to, because she's talking about the seed of the whatever, right?
Yeah, the world seed, yeah.
We think that maybe, like the Winter Court is trying to reestablish themselves. I mean, maybe they took the world seed to try to better their side of the half.
But he's working with this woman who I do not recognize. She is not... I cannot go back in time. The observatory was shut down while I was out of commission, so I do not know how long she has been here. But...
Josh,
yes.
I have another question.
Sure.
Okay, so if you were headed to where we were kind of told the dwarven city is, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Jadfield,
yeah, Jadfield. Is the Centaur encampment on the way to that? Like, if you were coming from where we were when we met Vera?
Yeah, so it's a little... because the Centaurs are nomadic, it's necessarily hard to kind of pin down exactly where they are. But it is quite possible that from where you all were, that, like, walking in a straight line between you and where Jadfiel is, which is several hundred miles... that she would have passed through the area that the Centaur may camp in, because they camp in this kind of wide vicinity.
Because that's where she told us she was going.
Yeah, she was going to Jadfiel.
Specifically said, if you're in the city, like, you can come look for me or find me or something of that nature. So I don't think I'm lying about that.
All right.
So my gut feeling is maybe that's where she was headed after that vision.
So as you say that to the DM,
sorry, did not roleplay that.
No, as you say that to the DM though, Indira hits the second orb and she says, the second time that this person appeared in a location where I was searching for planar existence was here. And you see now a completely kind of different image, this massive stone staircase. It's hard to see because like from this angular from up in kind of the air that you're seeing it just seems like it might be hundreds or thousands of stairs going up the side of this mountain. And there's this whole city of stone and iron built alongside the staircase. So you get up to a stair landing and then roads branch off of it into different levels of this city. But the city looks completely abandoned and it appears to be on the side of this volcano. And like off in the horizon, you see just roiling clouds of smoke underlit by burning fires. And here you see this individual walking up this abandoned stone staircase until she reaches one of the landings, and she kind of looks around and then cuts into like the roadway that cuts off of the landing, and you cannot see who, but a figure is standing like in the shadows or leaves of one of the buildings, and they have a little there's a conversational moment that happens between them. Nothing is handed off, but then Vera teleports away. Oh, sorry. Adding a little thing. As she's walking up, before she crosses over, her visage shifts and she's now a dwarf. And as she walks up, this other figure kind of steps out of the shadows, but not enough for their face to be visible. And they have a conversation before Vera teleports away again. And Indira says, while there was a heavy influence of Fey energies at the first scene, this was no longer a Fey element incursion. There is something happening here that is a connection to the abyss. There are strong abyssal energies happening here. I think she's assuming that you know what location this is, but you can ask her for clarification.
I'm assuming it's the Dwarven City.
Yeah, well, this is where they used to live.
Yeah, that's the surface. Yep, that's the surface city that's been abandoned, and now they're underground. Yeah.
So I'm like crazy for calling that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Nice.
And then she said, and then the final time before she completely disappeared from my view, meaning that either she caught on to the fact that someone was watching her and is employing some kind of anti-scrying magic or something, was here. And the view shifts again to a large rift valley tearing through a plateau, wind blowing dust around skeletal remains of hundreds of people in front of a massive temple that's built into the side of the ravine. This is what you saw, Lucky, the temple from the vision at the beginning. As this same woman's walking through the valley, approaching the temple. And as she walks, she's Vera here. She's not the dwarven shape that she had taken. And as she walks through, she steps over, hits the doorway. And as she pushes the doorway to go in, like her hair kind of blows back. And as she's stepping into the shadows, you see Vera fading away. And whatever the real version of this person is disappears into the shadows before you can get a good glimpse at it.
Wild.
Do we get any kind of glimpse of any tells?
Same skin color and tone, but her face was in shadow when she went through. So she's also
does Indira know where this is? I will ask Indira in character and roleplay that.
Yeah, she says, well, it makes sense. She seems to be returning the world seed to its home, but it is currently in a broken state, so putting it back in its place of power in its broken, corrupted state would activate whatever the corruption elements are within the seed.
Can the temple be fixed?
Yes, if you were to retrieve the two halves of the world seed, even if activated, if you were able to retrieve the two and remove them from the temple, all that would be required is for the world seed to be repaired. And of course, as we spoke before again, Andalus, you know somebody, I think, who can do that repair.
Right. Okay.
Oh, and the planar energy leading from here comes from the plane of Earth. So we have something that all three of these planes share in common. I don't know if you are familiar enough with the planes of the multiverse to know, but the Fey, Wild, the Abyss, the elemental planes all share a single common thread. They thrive in chaos.
Not good.
Well,
Make a
oh, go ahead, Bonnie.
would this be a history check or an arcana check to see if how much I know about the
different planar existences.
Oh, well, I don't think so. History would be if you feel like Bonnie had formal education that might have included references to that. It's a no. So let's go with either religion or arcana.
Okay, we'll do religion.
I mean, we went through Indira's whole temple about the planes, though.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So depending
I
on
feel
what
like you had to have picked up something.
Okay,
I'm not saying maybe you figured everything
depending
out,
on
but
what
something's got to be there.
Okay,
give me your question, and then I'll tell you if that's something that you would have picked up in Indira's.
I just got a 16. Like I'm rolling to see if Bonnie understands the concept of the plane.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yes. You picked up enough from Indira's observatory to kind of, you have a grasp. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what would happen if the temple was awakened in a corrupted state?
Well, as we discussed before, our world was built purely by gods of order. And so all of the elements within our world are geared toward the mesh and weave of magic is geared toward order. Those elements of places that existed before the gods got here, the Feywild, the Shadowfell, or were dreamed up by a god descending into chaos with the abyss. They are anathema to our realm. And so, if your goal was to find a way to drill through the weave of order, of protection on this realm, a key such as a corrupted world seed could give you that tunnel through the weave to find a connection to something, a lock or something hidden.
Like a bigger, more permanent way here?
Perhaps.
Between the planes?
Yes. And specifically planes of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob is blanking on what the creatures that are the equivalent of the Titans.
Primals.
The primals.
The primals, thank you.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, I want to say this so bad, but Lucky literally learned that the primals exist like 2 weeks ago and had a mental breakdown about it.
Yeah, the primals, which are locked away, like behind all of the. If you were, it's like one of the things that you could potentially like drill a hole through to find is the locks that are guarding the primals, right?
Yeah. True. We did that, so.
Yeah.
It can be done. Well, yeah, if you wanted chaotic new gods. Be bad.
I suppose if somebody wants gods to exist bad enough, there are any number of devils and fiends and ancient elementals that could fill the gap.
Oh.
But I think the world would look quite different if they sat in houses once ran by gods of peace and order.
How long ago was Vera, the image of Vera, in the Dwarven city? Okay. How far behind are we from those events?
You ask about time. Time is always a very. The stars do not have the same concept of time that we do. The best I can give you is the moon cycle. At each of these points. And where we are in our current moon cycle, let me find where you guys are. So it is the day before the full moon. And so she says, the first image of the ice field looks like it was happening around the half moon, which would be like 4 or 5 days after your encounter with the Frost Prince in the village. And then she says, and then the second image of the meeting that took place in Kaidfiel, or the ruins of Kaidfiel, was like a three-quarter moon. So probably like 4 or 5 days ago. And the entrance into the temple, based on the moon shape and size, she implies that it could probably have happened last night or yesterday.
Josh, I'd like to do an insight check on the person that she met at Cadfiel, not knowing anything about them, but to help me
Their
potentially
silhouette?
identify. Basically, do I clock anything that might, if I see it later?
Sure. Yeah. Like the way that silhouette carried itself or anything like that. Sure. You could clock that.
Yeah, I'd like to do the same thing.
I don't think Lucky says this, but Jace would like to point out, I fear it's the leader of the dwarves. I fear so heavily. It's
Leader of the what?
The dwarves. Yeah.
I agree, but I'd like to be able to put some roll behind my suspicion when it comes
for
time.
sure. No,
Yeah.
that's just a wild.
Well, you already, like all of you are already aware that at least one person within the dwarven community is working with the devils, because that's how Jathias ended up there. But this was abyssal energy, which would be like the other side of the conflict. So it seems, if like you're drawing conclusions, it seems like that there are two sides within Jadfiel, that there's somebody who's working on the lawful order side that the devils represent, and then there's somebody who's trying to pull in the chaotic energy of the abyss.
But it would make sense. Sorry, I can stop here.
Okay, go ahead. What was your roll, Kieran? Yeah.
23.
23. Yeah, so what you can pull from it, Kieran has dealt with enough people throughout his work to read body language pretty quickly. You get the sense, one, that the shadowy figure was dwarven, and probably female, or a smaller, like less broad and brawny, masculine figure. You get the sense that they carry themselves like the best thing you can probably connect is they carry themselves like a merchant, like somebody that like Kieran's dad would work with, not somebody lower on the rung of the ladder that maybe so in Kieran's mind it's like somebody who has some station, or at least knows how to carry themselves with a little bit more like pompousness.
Thank you.
So Indira says, for this much planar energy to be, I did not expect to be, when I started looking into what was happening in Highwall, to see all of this happening. I need to inform a friend of mine what is happening here.
Me and Chase both did it. Oh my god! So
I know what you are.
Yeah, a friend of mine. What is happening here, and also get a sense of if this is occurring anywhere else. Before you all left Lyria, was there any concern about outer planes there?
Not that I'm aware, but I really wouldn't have been in the position to know that.
I don't think any of you would have heard anything like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The one that you guys did encounter in your session 0, Kieran, Bonnie, and Ravik, you did encounter the ice elementals were invading into an area, but it was outside of like the protected area of Illyria, so it wasn't like on the continent proper. So, like on the actual continent, probably not. And you all had that weird incursion on yours too.
We did, yeah.
But it was also outside of the continent proper.
It was aliens.
Yeah. You guys had the spaceship or whatever. Yeah.
We had the thing.
Mm-hmm. You did have the thing.
It was aliens.
Yeah. It was aliens. So she says, well, if Illyria is not seeing these problems, I get the feeling like they might not be paying attention to what is happening elsewhere. Just putting that out there. So I will inform my friend and I will get back to you. But before I go, I would offer you, I don't know which of these 3 places you would like to try to investigate, or if you plan to, I would be happy to key a teleportation stone for you for a trip to that space.
What were the 3 places?
So I mean, like the 3 locations were the Delki Centaur tribe location, but it did look like whatever the Prince of Frost wanted, he seemed to have gotten there. And he handed it off to Vera.
Yeah.
The second location is called Fiel, like the abandoned city called Fiel, or if you want to connect with the dwarves, you would go to Jide Fiel in the mountain. Or the third location would be the Rift Valley, where the temple is, which is the last location that Vera was seeing before she kind of disappeared from the star's view, which was yesterday. Yeah.
Which of those sites is closest to the base camp?
So let me see. If I pull up, if you have,
I think the mountains are pretty far, right?
Yeah.
Well,
they're gonna be far north.
So the Dwarven city is the furthest. It is on the opposite side of the continent from where you are. It's probably like 400 miles. From where the base camp is, where you guys are set up right now, the Rift Valley is kind of directly northeast, and you can assume that the centaurs were probably camped somewhere between the mountain and the Rift Valley.
I say we try for the Rift Valley.
If something is corrupting, to try and cut it off as soon as possible.
That's what I would
think
think.
so.
And then work our way back.
Or further east, depending on what we find.
Yeah,
Right.
time will be of the essence. So
Well, if you are, if she is performing some kind of ritual that is taking time to activate, you may be able to interrupt her actions. But even if she were to complete it and you were able to get the world seed out, the Rift Valley is not far from your friend's abode, Andalesite. I think friend may be too strong of a word.
yeah, maybe like work acquaintance
Sure.
who I've never met.
So you could immediately move in that direction and then find a way to the dwarves to... If they activate it, and the interest right now at that temple seems to be Earth, the plane of Earth. I'm still quite interested in what the Abyss and the Fae are doing, working with the elemental planes. So it may be worth continuing your investigation to the dwarves when you are complete.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have to drop off a dwarf anyway, so.
Well, I think the stone will be able to teleport up to 10. You can also... I'm going to try to put you close enough to one of the temple itself has one of... She doesn't have a name for it, and she didn't give you a name for it, and so she kind of holds up her hand, and the illusion of that pool of water with the columns around it. She says the temple itself has one of these in its base. So if you were able to get into the temple, you could activate the return portal from there to get back to this camp much quicker for yourselves. But the teleport stone would be a one-way journey.
Okay.
If that is your decision, she kind of takes a bunch of glass, like dust, basically, and she begins to cast a spell over it, and you see kind of these reflections of light in the air over the... Yes, go ahead. Lucky.
Is she doing a spell in which we will have to go through immediately right now, or is this
it's a crush. It'll be a crush stone.
Oh,
and so she kind of casts it, and you see, like, as she's casting the spell, those little light particles are hitting the pile of glass in her hand, and they're like glowing, or they're growing up like a geode. And then eventually the entire spell that she cast in the air has been sucked down into the stone, and she's holding this little geode crystal in her hand, and she hands it to you, Lucky, and she says, when you are ready, just hold hands with whoever you'd like to go with you and crush this in your hand.
Okay. Thank you, Indira.
Absolutely.
This is very, very helpful.
But I feel like I have spent too long not doing enough, and so I think it is time to do something.
Well, keep in touch. We'll do our best to do the same.
Okay. Yes. Do you have access to the sending spell, correct, Lucky? Then
I
yes,
do.
if you need me, you can call, and I will. If I am on this plane of existence, I will come as quickly as I can.
And thank you for all of your help in the tea.
Oh, please. She kind of reaches into a satchel at her hip and pulls out a jar, and she hands it over to you, Bonnie. A special blend you may make on your own at any time.
Oh, wonderful. Lucky, and Duasite, you're so much better with this than I am. Can you hold on to this for me?
Sure. Okay.
That was legit. Atwood got a tongue twist. That was
No, but you said it in character, and Lucky's eye did twitch. It makes sense for Bonnie to have done that. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Bonnie's nice. She's better at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was no role involved, so it was good charisma.
That's true.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
right.
Although Bonnie's track record with charisma rolls. So Indira says, is there anything else that I can help you with, or answer any questions before I go? Time differential, I'm not sure.
Did you want to talk to any of the people here from the
No.
Foresight?
Are any of them of interest, or seem like they would be trustworthy in this conversation?
I tell her about the I'm not gonna get her name. I'm so sorry.
The Plane Guardian?
Yeah.
Sola Arturian? Okay. She says, that one is the Plane Guardian now. She was so young when she was in Persephone's class.
So is that someone you would put some trust in, or?
Let me answer your question with a question, I suppose. If somebody knew who trained you, would that be enough to know that they could trust you?
I see your point.
Sola is one of... not Sola. Persephone is one of the greatest wizards to ever walk this earth, and she has done nothing but dedicate her life to its protection. Sola is filling the job that Persephone once had. I don't know if that means that you can trust her or not.
Do you have time to talk one-on-one in a second?
Yes, absolutely. Just one moment, Lucky. And she kind of looks at you, Andalus.
I'm like frowning a bit at that statement, and then I like, what?
Yeah. She just, and this is not like private Andalus, but you kind of get this like message in your head as she's looking at you that says, is something wrong with your stone? You haven't activated your divine relic yet.
Oh, you know, I'm just deciding still. That's like a big decision, I think, and I don't know what to do with it yet, I guess.
Well, I think you should trust your instincts versus thinking about it too much.
I don't think I've ever been able to do that a second in my entire life, but kind of constant state of doubt, actually, different than that, so.
It can
Maybe
be
now would be a good time to try. I trust your chicken.
Well, I would trust Dot with my life. That's a totally different thing.
See, that's something you do trust.
Yeah, but she has confidence. Look at her. Like, pan over, and she's like
she's
patrolling the perimeter.
Yeah, she's outside
Patrolling.
the tent doing her patrols. Yeah.
Doing like marching and about faces like a little soldier.
Yeah. She's incredible.
I trust your chicken is a wild statement to make.
Yeah, where else will you hear this?
There are worse ways to phrase that.
That's true. I think you have something that you could offer the world, but I would also say that there is power within those stones that you may want to rely on in the days ahead. Not a pressure, of course, but you can think about it, I think.
Is there any way you can help me remember more?
If my observatory had been active, I could have looked more into your past, but it was not until recently.
That's fine. Thank you, though.
I think that if you can get her on your good side, perhaps the heart and the dagger may be able to open your mind a little more.
Well, that's terrifying, but sure.
She did serve to protect people here during the subversion. So even if she can be terrifying, she also does do the right thing, at least sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty admirable, so.
Well, lucky. And she kind of walks out the front of the tent entrance.
Well, actually,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, right.
So what happened in real life is that she said Andulicite, and then they went quiet for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
a
Cool,
secret
okay.
connection.
Mhm.
I said it was Lucky.
Filed
when-
away. Lucky
when-
will remember this.
Lucky, when you're done conversating with Miss Indira here, would you mind sending her my way?
Lord, I'm popular.
Absolutely. I just a couple things I wanted to run by you before we had to lose you. I'll be hanging out behind the tent or something.
Absolutely, Ravik. I'd be happy to discuss whatever you would need. And she kind of steps out into the front of the tent where you can find a more private space, Lucky, to chat with her.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go ahead and make sure no one's too close for earshot that I can at least see or
Okay.
tell.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. I roll dice on mine because I keep forgetting to move my dice over to this fucking table. Okay, that is a 21.
By one. So as you're looking around, you do see at the, like, she kind of leads you away to kind of a little quiet, like, grassy patch where somebody has built like benches or something. And she sits down and she doesn't seem to notice, but you do see, like, up in the tree on a branch, Enigma is just kind of like curled up there.
Oh, Enigma.
This little shit.
Does he look like he's having fun up there?
He's like, you can tell he's watching Dot do Dot's patrols back and forth in front of the tent. But he is directly above where, like, you and Indira would be having this conversation.
He's watching Dot like a shoujin anime.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, then he's fine.
Okay.
I'll just kind of turn to her and go, I had briefly maybe mentioned something like this to your one of your emotional states, that I have been in contact with a being from the outer planes.
She kind of looks at you for a second. Yes, you worked with Curiosity. It seems you. Yes, I recall. Yeah.
Is there any way to give him more agency to be here and have some more action on this plane?
Well, what I am going to say to you is probably the reason why I was sent to Highwall and not given a position of power within the Vedic Conclave itself. And I do not mean to offend, given your past as a member of the Church of Light. When I say
you can blaspheme in front of me. It's fine.
Okay. There are those of us who believe that when the gods got here, it wasn't just elementals who existed here. That it was the elves, the fae, who called this world their home. And these beings of great power showed up, who were formless, emotions for the most part. And it was the welcoming belief of those that they encountered that made them gods. If our hypothesis is the correct one, have you noticed a change in your friend's behavior since he's known you?
Very much so.
Then I think that if you want him to be a god, then you must make him one.
Okay. But like how?
Well, as a priest, I think you are uniquely qualified. How did you make Belenor a god?
As didn't work out really well.
I understand that he died, but of course, before that...
He was also sleeping. He was asleep the whole time I knew him, too. So,
yes.
I didn't really know him, like, that.
But the practice was the same.
Practice was the same.
They were preparing you for a day when he would wake up and things would return to their normal selves. I think,
because I was just thinking that maybe this is a way to protect us from what this plot is about.
It's possible. But you also do not know what kind of god that he would become.
I don't think there's any way to know that.
And that is the problem. We have so many empty seats to fill. And we never know what the king will be until he sits into his throne. But I will say...
Well, don't worry, because I hear someone pretty good is going to fill up the mother one, in case you're wondering about that.
The mother? That is not a divine domain.
Give it a day.
I think they might be creating a new one.
Interesting. Well, I will say that, and this may be a difficult thing for you to hear. There are many who worshipped all of the gods. But the adherents always chose one. If you would like to practice the priesthood of something new, I believe you would have to abandon the priesthood that you knew before.
I don't think I am the priest that I was before.
Then I think that is the first step. If he is already changing his interactions with you, then maybe he is already on the path that you are looking for.
Thank you.
I hear writing religious text sometimes helps, but I feel like...
Oh, I'm not much of a... I don't know about that.
Well,
You mean
can
like
always...
pamphlets?
Oh, some people like a good pamphlet.
You mean like door to door?
Well, I think
Word of mouth?
the power of a god may come from its believers, and if there is only one, while you are a powerful individual, Lucky, you are but one.
I can always... Oh, I should have taken the church's mailing list.
Do you trust him? Or them?
I think as much as he trusts me.
That is safe. From what you told Curiosity, he is an entity of great power who has been invisible to people for its entire life. It may be a great blessing to find belief, but it may be overwhelming too.
I don't know if he needs to be everybody's god. But I think he should have the opportunity to have believers if he wants.
Well, if he hasn't pushed you away, then maybe he is open to that reality.
Well, I better send you off to Ravik.
Oh, yes, Ravik. If you ever need more guidance or questions, I will send you a message from time to time.
Well, I don't know that there's much I can offer you, Indira, but if there's anything you need from me or the rest of them, let me.
Well, you gave me freedom to speak heresy. This relationship between you and this entity, if it develops in the way that you are asking, would perhaps prove the theory that I wrote in my thesis when I was graduating from the Valet Conclave, which got me sent here. I would love to hear more about it so I could flesh out my thesis.
You know, I will work very hard for you to give the chance to say I told you so by the conclave.
Sometimes, Lucky, that is all you have when you are dealing with wizards. And sometimes that is the most damaging thing to can tell another wizard. But I will check in with Rovik. Good luck. I do not think you have much to fear, but keep a careful eye on the way that it progresses.
Me too. And
she kind of nods, and then she looks up and she goes, "That is a cat. But, Enigma, what are you doing up there?" And she walks off and finds you, Ravik, back behind the tent where you said you'd be. Ravik.
Yes, Indira, I appreciate you taking your time with me. I just wanted to speak to you. I had a bit of a communication, I guess, sent to me, and I wanted to perhaps get your interpretation on what it may mean.
Okay.
And I'll tell her about my sending, I guess, that I heard from a familiar voice.
Yeah. That must be something the Sapphire Sanctum would do. It makes sense, being a kind of wizards who spend their time among the waves to imagine the idea of a message in a bottle in a spell. A non-specific sending spell that just happened to find its way to you. That is possible. Yes, that is possible. Think about it like we do not have a way of doing this, but I hear in Illyria they have this new device that broadcasts a message on a broad magical network that goes into homes and delivers messages to everybody. So a non-specific sending.
It's multicast, not unicast.
It's multicast, not unicast. Yeah. She says, so something quite similar, I think. Here, it seems like your mother put a message into the ley lines, and you just happen to cross into one.
Well, it's interesting that she could do that. I'm curious what type of magic that is exactly, but I can't help but...
Was your mother a mage?
Oh, she dabbled in some magics and a lot of magic items cross her path. So she may have certain skills that would allow her to do something like that. So,
well, if she is also in the care of the Sapphire Sanctum and their library, time does travel differently there. Depending on how long that she has spent, she could have spent decades, or maybe even a century, studying and learning within its halls, in just the time that she has been gone from you.
Yeah, well, if that is a possibility, that actually puts my mind at ease. What with the fact that I know who's trying to track her down.
Well, I do not think a sphinx does not like to swim, so she is probably safe from Vesutman there. Is there another concern?
Yeah, I just, with all this talk about chaos beings and cracking open the different planes. Who's looking out for the everyday average people while planes are being split open like they're eggs?
Well,
Maybe small-minded of me, but I may be a bit selfish with my mother's situation on my mind, but that's all I can really think about is the little people that are going to get stepped on while we're out here chasing down world seeds and whatnot.
well, if you stop the world seed from opening that crack, do not protect the little people as well.
In the long run, I guess, but there's going to be a lot of folks that we have to sort of ignore while we're trying to wrangle the big fish. I guess it's just part of the duty here that we're called to do. But also, since you asked, I'd mentioned before my inquiry about myriads. Be completely transparent here. I may have a bit of a debt, somewhat of a forced agreement with a specific myriad, and was wondering if there's any information you could get back to me about maybe giving him a new query to sort of chase behind.
Well, in my experience, powerful beings from the other planes have the ability to be quite multi-focused. You are probably not the only one that he has a deal with on this plane. You are certainly not working quickly to fulfill whatever desires he put forth, I imagine.
Like I said, the deal was a bit one-sided.
Well, if he is not coming at you every single day to make sure that you are doing what he needs, I think you should probably be more concerned less with what he is doing on the plane of water and what others may be doing in his name on this plane.
You sound like you might know a little bit about his hand in some of these plans.
No, I know how beings seek power, and they do not move a single pawn across a board to make it a queen. They move an army.
And if I were to mention...
or a king, sorry, maybe perhaps a bishop, I don't know, queen, whatever.
Not the chess again. We can't go back to this,
Not
John.
the chess.
If I were to mention Albahar, you wouldn't have any specifics on his history or...
I imagine that is not his true name, but I do not, other than keeping an eye on the planes, I know less about their inner workings than the one I am going to go see. The individual who I am going to converse with has spent probably most of her life on other planes. And I will be happy to bring this name Al-Bahar to her attention to see what she knows.
I'd be very, very grateful if you did. Don't go out of your way. I don't want to be a bother.
Well, if we are dealing with the elemental planes as a source of issue, and you have a powerful elemental entity who is seeking some connections to this plane through you, I can imagine that would be a good place to start an investigation.
It looks like we can pull double duty here. Whatever you find out, I'll be very grateful to hear it.
What happens if you do not fulfill the desires that he has asked you to do?
I guess whatever twisted punishment he can think of is what happens, but I'm more worried about what he'll do to others in order to sort of get his retribution.
Yes, a scorned genie does tend to have a way of warping or twisting things.
Can be very vindictive, and I've witnessed him do a lot of mental gymnastics to justify what he considers a insult or scorn.
It is because, as much as you like to pretend, Ravik, that you are somebody who lives outside the bounds of certain expectations or rules, you still grew up in a world where order makes sense. You do not understand the workings of his mind because he does not come from the same cloth that you are.
You mean psychotic and vindictive? Yeah, that's...
Chaos does not have to be psychotic and vindictive. It just has to be selfish sometimes, but ultimately unpredictable.
By the way, how is Lady Tuthamus these days? She taking care of herself?
She is not on this continent. I think she went to go deliver a message to her former husband.
Well, I hope she travels safely. If you happen to speak to her, just let her know I asked.
She just looks at you.
Well, thank you, Miss Indira. I appreciate all your words of wisdom.
Well,
I won't take up any more of your time.
Good luck. If you can break those bonds, you might find yourself in a more secure footing.
That's the idea.
Well, let your friends know if they need anything. I will reach out when I can, but I trust that you are all able and capable of doing what you need to do.
These are a very capable bunch. I'm sure we'll be able to get everything done. We'll make you proud.
And she kind of reaches into her sleeves. She takes out a gemstone and she kind of twirls it and throws it into the air. And you see like the fading lights of the sunset catch into it, and it like sparkles outwards until it encompasses only her. And then in a flash of prismatic light, she is gone.
Flashy magic.
So with Indira's departure, what do you all do?
I would have tried to keep everyone in the tent that was still there to wait for Ravik to come back so we can have like a team like chat about what we just heard.
Does anybody buck against Lucky's trying to keep you in the tent?
I think it's a very good idea, Lucky.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we should all talk about it together.
Does Ravik return to the tent after his conversation with Indira?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If I see everyone hanging around, I'll be...
All right. So after like probably 10 or 15 or 20 minutes or so after Indira left with Lucky, and then Lucky returned, Ravik walks back in and you all are gathered again in the tent in a safe enough environment where you think that you are away from prying ears and eyes.
We've got Dottie keeping guard.
I've got you, Mr. Rifton.
Yeah. You didn't try to with Indira, right? I mean, did she reject you or?
Are you talking to me?
Well, yeah, you went off with her by herself. What else do you expect? I think that you would be doing with her.
And I think
contrary to popular belief, I can control myself around.
I just asked if you tried it.
Powerful magic user. No.
Okay, well now you're
I will-
making me really think that you did try it by wording it that way.
Bonnie sips loudly from the teacup.
Yeah.
Bonnie is the Kermit meme.
not affirming anything at the moment.
Actually, I was asking Indira's advice about a personal matter that had nothing to do with intercourse. Thank you very much.
Louder.
Whoa. Who is saying intercourse? All right, fine, thank you. I was just curious.
I
Okay.
don't know. Okay.
That's so what he's like.
I think it's probably safe to say that we all agree that we should leave for the valley soon, about as quickly as we can.
Yeah, 100% agree. We should.
What time
I
is
was
it now,
thinking-
Josh?
So the sun was just setting. So
Okay.
as far east as you are, it's probably, like equivalent of like 6 o'clock at night. Yeah. It is also the first day of summer, so the days are getting longer. So, yep.
Interesting.
Take
Yeah.
me back.
Mhm.
Okay.
Take me back. Well, I was thinking we probably need to figure out things we need to do before leaving and when we want to leave.
First thing in the morning. If that's
Yeah.
not
Well-
too soon.
I think
Well-
we should certainly check in on all of the progress that's being made at the base camp and see what the next set of plans are.
Yeah, if there's anything helpful item-wise we can get, it might be worth pushing a little more into the next day.
All right. And do we think there's anyone else we need to bring with us?
We should probably take Jathias so we can drop him off, right?
We'll be going to the valley first, but we may go.
Well, okay, wait. So what Indira said was there's going to be a teleportation circle in the temple.
So it's like that could get you back. It's like that teleportation network. So it could get you back to the base camp. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so we don't need to bring that
Oh, yeah.
because we're going to come back here anyway.
Yeah, true.
And I feel like it's probably not safe for his ass. If we're talking about maybe bringing in the big guns, I would maybe request that there is someone here we could bring up.
Ooh.
You mean?
You don't know him.
Oh.
He's a risk breaker. He came in with several other risk breakers. That they ran off to do God knows what on this continent, but I've known him for a very long time. And he's very powerful.
Like your friends, or how do you know this person?
I've known him since we were young.
If you vouch for him, then I certainly have no objections.
I trust him completely. I would not bring this forward if I didn't.
Does he not have some kind of government obligation to report what he's going to see or anything?
I would say that the term, when I say he's a risk breaker, that is a term of title and not much else. I would say that he does follow the law. He's not a criminal by any means, but
Feel attacked? Okay.
his...
No, continue, please.
No, that wasn't... I understand how that sounded like a side-by, but I also think it's telling that
Trust me,
you
my skin is
specifically
far thicker
were
than
like,
that.
you got
That really puts it in perspective. Actually, he does seem more trustworthy than Ravik. Maybe we should leave Ravik. It's just kidding. That was a joke.
That's hurtful. All right.
I thought we were riffing on each other. My bad.
Yeah, no, just that one stung a little bit. Endula side.
I never mastered the joke. I'm really sorry.
Well, I mean, if you want to spend more time with Indira.
No, Bonnie, that is not at all my goal here. So,
You sure?
Guys, Indira's definitely going to visit her ex. I don't know why we're acting like that's not super obvious.
Oh,
Wait, Indira has an ex.
Stephanie. Right. The
Friends
like
that
weird.
talked
Oh,
about that she got
got
cut
it.
off
Okay.
from. Yeah,
Oh.
that she wasn't really being subtle.
I see.
I actually worry that maybe none of you picked up on it.
I picked up on something, but I was unsure of what it was. So
I mean, maybe there's nothing there, but it does seem like they might have a very close relationship.
No, but now that you say it, like 100%, right? Like, yeah. Whoa.
So
okay. Anyway, sure. Your friend. Can we?
He's a fighter. He's a very capable fighter.
Can we like interview him? Like meet him?
Go get him if you want.
Yeah.
It would make my day if you really gave him a hard time. Not too hard. You guys can be a little mean sometimes, but.
Oh.
When?
I just stare at you. I just stare at you.
What?
Like,
what is this?
1 minute ago, when Ravik said you hurt his feelings.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm already over that. So
See, he's already over it. It's fine.
But
He said he has
Well,
thick skin.
Maybe
Gentleman's
I don't
feeling
like
that
it
his-
when you talk about me under your breath.
Well,
Oh,
it's not really
yeah.
helping that you're bringing a mysterious person who's been here suddenly along. I wouldn't say that that's helping what I said earlier. I'm just saying.
What were you and Indira talking about then?
Me and Indira, we were talking about how I haven't activated my arm yet, and I would be happy to say it in front of all of you. But she maybe thought I was sensitive about it, which I am a little sensitive
Who's the head
about
of your coven?
The head of my coven?
Mm-hmm. Where do you get your powers from?
Oh.
Do you want me to keep doing this, or do we
Personal here,
expect
baby.
that
I'm
some
not
of
the
us...
only one. Bonnie is also keeping all her shit locked up tight.
Wait a minute. Now we
So
don't want to
Bonnie's
group
not
to
running
unravel
around
here.
poking her nose into everyone else's business.
Ravik
now.
has
Bonnie
spilled his
goes
heart out to
strays.
me, and here's Bonnie with all this mystery, and then Kieran is perfect, and then and
I'm not talking about anyone but you, because you're the one who keeps getting mad at other people.
maybe it's because I don't have any secrets. You ever think about that? Even if I wanted to have secrets, it wouldn't matter. I don't have any. I couldn't even keep something if I wanted to.
Getting a little awkward here.
Then ask.
Why do you trust him? What specifically?
I've known him since I was 10 years old.
And he's always helped you?
At my
and
side
always-
for so long. He's never
Then-
done anything against me.
Then I trust him.
He will appear maybe a little sketchy, but that's just kind
I
of
take it back. I'm taking it back so fast. I
No,
need to see him.
it's
Never
not
mind.
like
The
that.
interview.
Just
Just
Ravik
thought you
appears
already said
sketchy.
it.
Let's have the interview. Never mind. I'm taking it back. I want the interview again.
He's very charming, and I think sometimes, Angela's sight, when someone is very charming, you recoil from that.
It's true. It's
and-
because my mentor is the most wonderful person. So charming. None could be as charming as her. But
Okay. Look, if you don't want to bring him, we don't have to. That's why I brought it to you first instead of just dragging him along.
So
We
you can't-
decided-
But I think it'd be very helpful, and I think extra manpower would do as well.
If you do think that his oaths to the risk breakers won't interfere with
I can
The gray
promise it's
area
not going
that
to.
sometimes we have to operate in.
No, his allegiance doesn't lie there.
Where do they lie then? If outwardly he's pledged himself to the risk breakers, but sounds like he's somewhat of a double agent. I hate to say it, that does give me a bit of pause. And coming from me, that's kind of
His allegiance is with me.
Oh, you guys are that close? Okay.
No, I didn't say that. It's just. I'll go get him if that's right.
Yeah, maybe we should meet the fella. That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
But Lucky, your word is enough for me. I feel like we all trust each other enough.
I look at Bonnie
Thank you,
after I
Bonnie.
yelled at her like that.
Oh.
I really appreciate that, Bonnie.
All right. So Lucky, you head out to the place where you think Sage would most likely be.
I would like to roll insight.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you looking for?
Just that what Lucky said was on the up and up.
Oh, okay. Roll either perception or persuasion or deception, but you do not need to say which Lucky.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay.
Hope you can beat a 5.
I also rolled a 5.
Whoa.
Rollies. Okay.
But I have a +7 to
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I would say what you get from Lucky is that Lucky absolutely when he's saying he trusts this person, he believes that this is a good person, that is all 100% true. When he got a little more closed off was when Ravik questioned how close he was to this individual. That is the only time he got a little cagey.
Yeah, Bonnie keeps all this to herself.
Okay. But Lucky, you go out and you kind of, as the sun is set, it's a little, dark in the camp area with just torches and things lighting the space. And you approach the tent. And as soon as you walk in, there's like the tinkle of magic in the air. And you look up and kind of rising from a seat, like looking around, noticing that the room is empty, for a moment, kind of shifting. Lucky, I didn't expect to see you so soon after our conversation earlier.
Right. We have to go potentially stop in the middle or break up the aftermath of a ritual that will incite chaos into the magic of this entire plane and others. So we're gonna go. I asked if you could come along. They want to vet you, so if you could just come do that, that would be nice. I told them, that you're a risk breaker, but not completely going to freak out if we do anything against the law.
Well, I would love nothing more than to travel with you and your friends, but I would need to give information to my other responsibility about why I would be gone, if that is fair.
Can you say that we're investigating the things that they've asked us to? Which isn't quite a lie.
No. And what would you say when they ask why I'm needed to go along with it?
Because we're more spellcaster heavy.
Okay. That doesn't seem like a lie, although there's a couple members of your team that are fairly proficient fighters, but...
Bonnie's heavy, and she's a spellcaster.
Maybe we wanted someone with your expertise specifically.
As you're saying this, he stands up and he's getting closer to you. And he reaches out his right hand specifically to you. And you know, ultimately, what he's trying to do is to connect.
Yeah.
Okay. You are always, and I mean this with love, the better liar. If I could borrow a little bit of your grace, it would make it easier to have that conversation.
By all means.
And he touches your hand, and for the first time in a while, that there's that magical connection or magical energy shared between you. And I'll have to send you what that does for you.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes. But he now has basically the effects of your ability to boost someone's attributes.
Yeah.
For until that connection is broken.
Cool.
Okay, well, I suppose first meet your friends, because they may or may not want a salty old ranger to travel along with you, but
I think one of them will be delighted by a salty old ranger joining us.
well,
You hear the voice he's doing for him, Roddy?
I was going to say that is a very sexy, scratchy voice there.
Yeah. Well,
he's slightly dirty and
he's
his hair
slightly
looks kind of...
he looks like I posted the picture of him.
Listen. In conversations about it, it's kind of like a little more wizened Aragorn.
Yeah,
okay, that's kind of the
he's
vibe.
kind of Aragorn, but like
he's kind of Aragorn.
But
so
like
that helps.
little salt and pepper, a little darker hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to do this for me. Anyway.
Yeah. But I suppose if they don't want me to come along, then that will make the conversation easier on the other end. But lead the way. So Lucky and Sage return. And so you all, for Ravik, Kieran, Andalis, and Bonnie, after 20 minutes or 30 minutes, half hour or so, Lucky enters the room, and shortly behind Lucky, you all see as like this 6'3", not like built like a brick house guy, but like clearly somebody who is lean and quick. Dark salt and pepper black hair, kind of a scruffy face. He does now, in the light, you can see, have a scar that runs across his left eye, like over the lid. And his eyes are heterochromatic and you don't know if it's because the scar kind of nicked the retina and made it a lighter color blue. But one is like a light ice blue and the other one is like a darker stormy gray. Wearing leathers, and like just a cloak over one shoulder. He has two swords at his hip in scabbards, and he kind of pushes the cloak around behind Lucky. And even though he does have this kind of imposing presence as a fighter, he still looks slightly awkward to be walking into a room where suddenly, 4 pairs of eyes are immediately on him, or I guess 5, 6 if you count Dottie and Enigma, who's hiding somewhere in this room. Yeah. So,
can I roll to spot him?
Yeah, you find Enigma. Go ahead.
Sorry, just really quick. I love the little guy, even though I hate him.
Oh my god, I just love the idea that anytime you roll a perception check in this game, like, part of it is do you spot Enigma?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Like, where's Waldo?
Yeah.
Nope. He is literally specifically hiding from me. I got a 7. So.
Yeah, no, you have no idea where Enigma is. Yeah. But you get the sense, Ravik, that you're being watched. But he walks in and sees you all kind of looking at him. He said, hi, hello. Nice to see all of you. Lucky has told me about you. Your names.
Wow, Lucky was not kidding.
What did Lucky? What did Lucky say?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that loud? I'm so sorry.
That you're a very capable outdoorsman.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
That's what
Well, I guess that's not technically a lie on Bonnie's part, but you, analyst, can make a deception check.
Oh, the social faux pas deception check. He's so
Can
good
you
at
have
deception,
disadvantage
guys.
because of Lucky kind of giggling to himself?
Yes, absolutely.
When you say that.
Disadvantage.
Like,
Okay.
that actually fully breaks Lucky for a second.
Okay.
That you said that.
I only got a 10, so
Okay.
I'm not a good liar.
And for Andalus, like, you don't have to roll an an insight check to know that, like, he clocks it, but I don't know what it tells you about his character, but you notice that he clocks it, but no one else would pick up on the fact that he notices that you were flustered or lying about something. He keeps it hidden enough from everyone else. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to, like, size this guy up, Josh, from a, like, professional standpoint.
Okay. So, well, you can make an insight check. That's probably the best way to kind of look him up and down.
Come on, Bonnie.
16?
16.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like it's hard to know from just the perspective of, like, not seeing somebody actually wield their blades, but immediately seeing, like, the blades are perfectly pristinely kept, but you can tell that, like, that is because somebody has spent time oiling the leathers on the handles and carefully wetting the blades. You can tell that his garb is not for show, that it is purely for the work that he does of protecting him from the weather. He has scars from battle, but they're not like gaping, like weren't gaping wounds or something. So it's like this was somebody who has seen enough combat that he carries scars, but is good enough in combat that he has not gotten a maiming injury from that combat. Yeah.
The other reason is that he's roughly Bonnie's age, right?
So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, like, because he looks like he might be half elven, and so they can live like a longer life than a normal, like a human would. So he looks like he could be like in his late 40s, early 50s, maybe.
Okay, yeah, Bonnie clams up.
Suddenly somebody the same age as Bonnie in the space.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Lucky said that you were interested in getting a grasp of who I am before I traveled with you. If I'm an open book, happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Well, I, for one, find that you get to know a person better once you spar with them. Well, maybe we could find some time before we head out to see how you wield those blades of yours. Huh?
Well, I would be happy to spar with you, Ravik.
Oh God, the way he says my name. Yeah, Karen, maybe you should join us and add your expertise to the
Of course.
blade crossing.
even I caught that one. Even I caught that one. I just gotta say.
And do the side, just
What? I'm just saying.
yeah.
That one was crazy.
So, are there any
I'm
other
just-
questions for Sage
This
about?
is an interesting job interview. Yes.
How much do you care about Lucky?
Oh, that's good.
Well, I've known Lucky for more decades than it takes to know somebody true. And probably a few years even beyond that. We've been separated for a little while, and so I'm interested to catch up on where the last couple of years have taken him. But there are few people in this world that I would die for other than my mission, and Lucky is one of them.
What exactly is your mission?
Well,
You hear that you're devoted to Lucky, but
he
you got other.
He taps
devotions
his
as well.
arm, and you see like the risk breaker sigil on his arm. He says, well, I would be more than happy to answer any questions. There are some that I cannot. And I think you probably understand what that is, Ravik, to keep secrets that are important. And not necessarily ones that impact my ability to carry out the mission of supporting you all in this journey.
But on our journey, your priority is to Lucky, right?
Well, no. I mean, I would, yes, protect Lucky, of course, but if any of you, and I was with you, found yourself in a space of danger, I would, of course, rise to your protection as well.
Well, Lucky has vouched for you, so I'm satisfied.
Any naysayers?
Also, is Lucky married?
That is absolutely a question that only Lucky can answer.
Yeah, Bonnie chokes on her tail.
That's a
finally
yes if
had
I
it.
ever heard one.
I don't know why you would ask.
Well, I don't.
No,
just
I'm
thought I'd
not
get-
married.
Gosh.
I just wanted some clarifying questions for someone who's known you a really long time.
I promise I'm not married.
Great. Me either. At least I don't think I'm. Never mind.
A question
Thanks for
for
clearing
another
that up.
time.
What if I? He's like having a full crisis now.
Oh,
Yeah, like complete, like stare into the middle distance now.
And Dulicite is
Okay,
Giving
Andula Sight's
themselves
gone
a-
bye-bye for a while.
no.
Yeah. Well, I do need to check in with my immediate superior to make sure that my absence will not be felt in the meantime. But if you are amenable, I'll be happy to travel with you to help alleviate the eventual destruction of our world, it seems.
No
Thank you
objections
so
to you
much.
joining us.
And Ravik, we may cross blades whenever you like.
Bow, chicka, bow.
Kieran, of course, will be there as well. There's no one I
To hold
trust
me
more
back.
on,
Yeah.
on our teams.
When you say that, he says,
This is all just going over Kieran's blue head.
no, yeah. When you say that, he says, well, I was never trained to fight only against one person anyway, so I look forward to it.
That'll be an interesting sparring session then.
I only spar one-on-one, so
Well, good luck. And he steps out because he needs to go. And I'm going to see how this roll with his boss goes.
And
And
he's
he
got
has
He has the thing.
He has advantage because of the blessing that Lucky gave him, and I will tell you.
Right. Hold on. So wait, I gotta see if there's something else I could.
Well, I will say that the blessing.
The blessing was pretty good.
I rolled
right?
a 3, and then I rolled a natural 20.
Let's go.
Okay. There we go.
You
know what? You know what? And that's the power of God, baby.
PTO, let's go.
Yep. But Sage leaves, and there's a like the smell of like patchouli and like tonka wood kind of follows in his presence as he goes. But then you all are left in the chamber alone without him.
I'm going to address the group, and Bonnie will say, I understand your concerns, Andulacite, and I just want you to know that there are some parts of my life that I'm not comfortable discussing because I feel I've moved beyond them. But if you are curious, you may ask Harold any questions you like with my permission. He knows enough, and he knows that if someone comes to him with that kind of question, he'll be happy to answer any you have. And I also just don't like discussing these things without him there as well. But if he knows that I gave you permission, you have more than enough reason to get what answers you want.
Wow. Thank you, Bonnie. That's really kind.
Go talk to the person who only speaks in sign language that you don't speak. Go answer any question you ask it.
He can write.
He can write. He has the ability to write. Yeah.
Oh, so we got messaging stones.
You do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it was much more awkward when he thought I was Bonnie. So Ed could do sign language, and then I had to pretend like I was a fucking moron. So.
No.
Anything else, you guys?
You got yourself a real good husband there.
He's a good bean.
Well, I guess we should, go get supplies or rest and do it tomorrow.
So as you all set your sights on the preparations for leaving for the rift in the morning, that is where we'll pick up next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
And just as updates, so the items that you can grab right now, the herbalist will have now, because they've been upgraded, they'll have 5 basic healing potions and 1 greater healing potion that you can grab.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to leave anything with the Arcanists or ask them to create anything, they can now make 1 uncommon magic item and 3 common magic items per week. And they can now do a +2 upgrade to a sword or a shield or armor.
Hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Andulacite some armor.
Can you wear armor?
I think I'm
leathers, I think, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or we could get you like bracers.
I could get bracers or something, yep.
Yes.
You can put armor into your body, which is weird, but it's only armor you have.
Yeah, you have to like physically attach it to your body, yeah.
Yeah.
Like riveted on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're heavy enough.
That's so goofy. I love it.
But
Yeah.
it still has to be stuff you're proficient with the class.
Yeah.
You can't
Exactly.
be like,
Sure.
But if also, because it's like the first time that the Arcanist has now upgraded, if you want to like among yourselves discuss, let's say up to 5 uncommon magic items, because they would have had to train to get up to uncommon. So I'll let you come up with a list of 5 and I'll roll on the table of which one they trained up to. So at least one of those uncommon items would be available to you.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
do you have a restriction as far as 5e versus 2024?
No, it doesn't matter, because if it's 2024, and I think there's a lot of them that, like, if it exists in the 2024, then you should use the 2024 version. But if it doesn't exist in the 2024 version, we can use the 5e version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go to bed.
So would you just say we each pick one? And
Yeah, if you each pick one and
Yeah.
then let me know. Let me know what it is, and then we'll know what item it is. But yeah, you got those potions, and you got one uncommon magic item. You're coming your way.
All right, good night,
So
y'all.
they can make 3 common and 1 uncommon
Per week, so you could leave an order with them that would be ready probably when you came back. Mm-hmm.